The market is slowly recovering today. Shiba Inu's price has finally shown slight rebounds. Analysts are dropping their signals. It's currently a make-or-break situation for Shiba Inu. However, something massive just happened today. Around 151 billion Shiba Inu was taken away. It has been brought back, and this might just make Shiba Inu reach new all-time highs again. What is happening? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Shiba Inu is finally showing some signs of life. After yesterday's brutal crash, the price managed to bounce back today, making up for all the losses. But here's the funny thing. It's only up by less than 1%. Yeah, not exactly a massive rally, but somehow that tiny move was enough to shift the entire mood. Suddenly, the atmosphere feels different. People are back to being bullish, talking about Shiba Inu like it just pulled off some huge comeback. It's like the crash never even happened. But if you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, things aren't as great as they seem. The weekly chart still shows Shiba in the red, sitting on almost a 4% loss. So while today's little rebound is nice, there's still a lot of ground to cover before we can really call it a recovery. And here's where things get interesting. Shiba Inu's price isn't just moving randomly. It actually formed a pattern that we haven't seen since July last year. One analyst pointed it out, and it turns out the recent price drop lines up perfectly with something called a death cross on Shiba Inu's daily chart. Now, if you're not familiar, a death cross happens when a short-term moving average dips below the longer-term moving average. That's usually seen as a bearish signal, meaning the downward momentum could stick around for a while. This is actually the first big death cross we've seen in 2025. The last time Shiba Inu had a major moving average crossover, it was the exact opposite, a golden cross, which is when the short-term average climbs above the long-term one. That happened in November, and about a month later, Shiba Inu soared to new highs. Before that, the most recent death cross was back in July, when Shiba Inu hit rock bottom before going into a long consolidation phase. But after that, the trend completely flipped, and it started climbing again. So if history repeats itself, we could be looking at something similar this time. A period of price stability before Shiba Inu makes its next big move. And here's something interesting. Shiba Inu trillionaires are slowly disappearing. The number of wallets holding trillions of Shiba Inu is dropping fast, and that could be a big signal for the rest of the holders. The on-chain data isn't exactly painting a pretty picture. As these massive holders start reducing their positions, it could mean more selling pressure in the market, making it harder for prices to hold steady. Right now, only 49 wallets still have over a trillion Shiba Inu, which is a pretty big drop from before. These large holders have always played a major role in keeping the market stable, so seeing their numbers shrink this much is definitely worth paying attention to. It suggests that some of the biggest investors might be offloading their Shiba Inu, or splitting up their holdings across multiple wallets. Whether it's a shift in market strategy or a sign that confidence is fading among the big players, this change could have a lasting impact on where Shiba Inu goes next. But here's the thing. There's something you should still know about Shiba Inu, and this might actually bring some positivity to the community. Because while the trillionaires are disappearing, a new group has been growing. Over the past year, nearly 360 new Shiba Inu millionaires have been recorded. That's right. Wallets holding at least $1 million worth of Shiba Inu jumped from just under 600 to almost 950. And this increase happened alongside the token's impressive price rise during that time. Now, it's no secret that Shiba Inu has had its fair share of ups and downs. The past month alone saw prices take a rough hit, dropping over 27%. What's really interesting, though, is that high-value holders are actually increasing. More and more wallets are stacking up serious amounts of Shiba Inu, which could mean that big players are quietly accumulating. Even addresses holding over $10 million worth of Shiba Inu have grown in number. That kind of activity usually hints at growing interest from whales or maybe even some institutional investors. So while there's been some turbulence, it looks like certain deep-pocketed investors are still betting on Shiba Inu's future. And here's the kicker. Shiba Inu just keeps getting stronger. One piece of data from the internet sent the community into a frenzy because it turns out that around 840,000 new addresses have been added to Shiba Inu. That's a massive wave of new users joining the ecosystem. Even with all the price struggles throughout 2024, especially after that big drop from its peak, Shiba Inu has been quietly growing behind the scenes. According to blockchain data, the total number of addresses holding Shiba Inu has skyrocketed over the past year. Last February, the network had around 3.8 million addresses, And now, a year later, that number has surged past 4.6 million. That means Shiba Inu saw even more growth this past year than it did from 2023 to 2024. Now, it's worth mentioning that a big part of this increase comes from addresses that currently hold no balance. But even if we focus only on addresses actually holding Shiba Inu, those numbers have still climbed. The fact that so many new addresses keep showing up suggests that interest in Shiba Inu isn't fading. It's doing the opposite. More people are getting involved, whether they're buying, holding, or just setting up wallets in preparation for something big. And here's the crazy part. Speaking of massive numbers, Coinbase just dropped a report about a mystery whale making some huge moves with Shiba Inu. Even though the crypto market has been pretty quiet lately, things are definitely happening behind the scenes. Big transfers are still going through, whales are shifting their holdings, and exchanges are managing their wallets. And in the middle of all this, something really interesting just happened with Shiba Inu. Just a week after scooping up a jaw-dropping amount of Shiba Inu of 151 billion, worth a couple $1 million, an unknown wallet suddenly moved all of it to Coinbase. But here's where it gets weird. Not long after, those same tokens were pulled back out of Coinbase in 2 separate transactions, only to be sent right back to the exchange again a week later in one giant transfer. Nobody knows for sure what's going on here. It could be a whale cashing out, a big player repositioning their holdings, or something else entirely. But whatever the reason, moves like this usually mean something big is brewing in the Shiba Inu market. And just when things couldn't get any bigger, another exchange made a huge move for Shiba Inu. Binance US just brought back the Shiba Inu and USD trading pair today, something that could seriously shake things up. This is a big deal because it makes trading Shiba Inu even easier. With direct USD access back in play, traders don't have to jump through extra hoops to buy or sell, which could bring a fresh wave of activity. And if trading volume picks up, we could see some real momentum start building again. Moves like this have the potential to send prices soaring. Now, just like what we mentioned in our previous videos, $1 Shiba Inu might be possible when the hype is back. And with big moves like this, there's no doubt it'll come back soon. More accessibility means more interest, and more interest means more demand. If enough traders jump back in, Shiba Inu could be setting up for something big. And with all this bullish news piling up, investors are starting to feel the hype again. In fact, one analyst just came out and said that Shiba Inu could see massive returns in 2025. Shiba Inu's trading volume has been climbing lately, jumping by a pretty big percentage and pushing the price toward higher trend lines. But here's the thing. While it looks like a bull run might be forming, the bears still have a grip on the market. Over the past month, Shiba Inu has taken a hit, dropping from a higher price range to a lower one. That being said, the trends are showing some real potential. If things play out right, Shiba Inu could be on track to reclaim those days of massive returns. But if its support level doesn't hold, there's also a chance it could dip even lower before making a comeback. Right now, it's a battle between buyers and sellers, but with all the excitement building, things could take a dramatic turn pretty soon. So with all these ups and downs, the uncertainty, and the fear in the market, maybe the best move right now is to stay positive and keep the faith. Just like Lucy, Shiba Inu's lead marketer, said in her latest tweet. She put it simply, everything is down. And when that happens, it's easy to start doubting, to jump ship and chase after assets that seem like they'll do better. But she made it clear, don't let fear take over. Her message was loud and clear. Don't spread fear. Trust your instincts. Buy what you believe in. She even said she's more confident than ever, happy with where she is, and still buying small amounts whenever she can. It's a reminder that markets move in cycles, and patience is key. Shiba Inu has been through rough patches before, but it's also made some incredible comebacks. Maybe this is just another chapter in that story. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Shiba Inu update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.